Welcome to Bedtime Travel Stories, where soothing tales and soft narrations take you on a tranquil journey through the world's most enchanting places, right from the comfort of your bed. Unwind and travel with us as we explore the globe one story at a time, helping you relax and drift into a peaceful sleep. Every autumn, Munich comes alive with the sights, sounds and flavors of Oktoberfest, a celebration that has been bringing people together for more than 200 years. Known for its festive beer tents, traditional Bavarian music and joyful camaraderie, Oktoberfest is an experience that captures the heart of Bavarian culture. But beyond the lively toasts and clinking steins, there is a rich history and a sense of tradition that infuses every corner of the festival. As we journey through Oktoberfest, let the soothing sounds of the festival and the gentle hum of Munich guide you into a state of peaceful reflection and restful sleep. In the early morning, before the festival grounds come alive with celebration, there is a stillness in the air. The Theresienwiese, the large open space where Oktoberfest takes place, is bathed in the soft light of dawn. The quiet streets of Munich lead to this sprawling area, where colorful tents stand empty, their bright banners fluttering gently in the cool breeze. The sense of anticipation lingers in the atmosphere, as if the city itself is taking a deep breath before the festivities begin. Walking through the empty festival grounds, you can see the quiet beauty of the place. The massive beer tents, each representing a different brewery, are adorned with vibrant wreaths, flags, and traditional Bavarian patterns. The sun begins to rise, casting a warm golden glow over the scene, and the crisp autumn air is filled with the faint scent of hops and freshly baked pretzels. The gentle rustling of leaves from nearby chestnut trees and the soft murmur of early morning birds create a peaceful soundtrack as you wander through the quiet streets surrounding Theresienwiese. As the morning progresses, the first vendors begin to arrive, setting up their stalls with care. Wooden booths are filled with Bavarian specialties, soft pretzels, sausages, and gingerbread hearts decorated with loving messages in colorful icing. The scent of freshly brewed coffee mixes with the warm aroma of baking, creating a comforting and inviting atmosphere. The stillness of the early hours offers a rare moment of quiet reflection before the vibrant energy of Oktoberfest fills the air. In the distance, the sound of horse hooves on cobblestones announces the arrival of traditional carriages, carrying barrels of beer to the festival grounds. The horses, adorned with bright ribbons and brass bells, trot steadily through the streets, their harnesses clinking softly with each step. The arrival of the beer carriages is a centuries-old tradition, symbolizing the official start of the festival. The gentle clip-clop of the horses and the steady rhythm of the procession create a sense of calm and continuity as Munich prepares to welcome visitors from all over the world. As the first rays of sunlight illuminate the city, the Oktoberfest grounds slowly come to life. Small groups of early risers gather near the gates, dressed in traditional Bavarian attire, men in lederhosen, women in dirndls. There is a quiet excitement in the air. But for now, the festival remains calm, a place where tradition and anticipation meet in the gentle light of morning. Letting the soft sounds of the morning festival grounds wash over you, you feel a sense of connection to the long history of Oktoberfest. The peaceful moments before the festivities begin offer a chance to reflect on the beauty of tradition, the joy of gathering, and the quiet anticipation that fills the air. As you breathe in the cool morning air, The stillness of Munich before Oktoberfest lingers, guiding you into a state of restful sleep, dreaming of the peaceful beginnings of this world-famous celebration. As the morning transitions into late morning, a soft hum of excitement begins to fill the air. The once quiet streets surrounding Theresienwiese are now lined with eager festival-goers, their cheerful conversations mingling with the rustle of traditional clothing and the jingling of bells from horse-drawn carriages. The energy builds slowly, like the first gentle notes of a Bavarian folk song, signaling the start of the day's festivities. The sound of distant drums and brass instruments grows closer, and soon the streets are filled with the lively rhythms of a traditional Bavarian marching band. Dressed in ornate uniforms, with feathered hats and gleaming brass instruments, the musicians lead the procession towards the festival grounds. Their melodies, joyful and upbeat, echo through the streets, lifting the spirits of everyone in their path. The music is warm and inviting, a reflection of the deep sense of community that Oktoberfest fosters each year. Behind the band, a parade of horses and carriages follows, each one carrying the finely crafted barrels of beer that will be served in the festival tents. The horses, adorned with elaborate harnesses and bright ribbons, move steadily forward, their hooves creating a rhythmic beat on the cobblestone streets. As the carriages pass, the crowd cheers in celebration, waving to the brewers and raising their mugs in a symbolic toast. The steady pace of the procession and the cheerful music create a sense of harmony and anticipation, as if the entire city is preparing for a shared moment of joy. At the heart of the opening ceremony is the grand event known as the tapping of the first keg, a tradition that marks the official start of Oktoberfest. As the procession arrives at the festival grounds, a large crowd gathers outside the Schottenhammel tent, the oldest beer tent at the festival. Inside, the atmosphere is warm and inviting, with long wooden tables and benches waiting to be filled by friends, families, and travelers from around the world. The air is filled with the scent of hops, freshly baked bread, and roasting meats, creating a feeling of comfort and celebration. As the clock nears noon, the mayor of Munich steps forward, holding a wooden mallet in one hand and standing beside the first keg of Oktoberfest beer. With a sense of ceremony and tradition, the mayor strikes the keg, driving the tap into the wood with a satisfying thud. The sound echoes through the tent, and the first stream of golden beer begins to flow. "Oh, Safties, it's tapped," the mayor announces, officially signaling the start of the festival. The crowd erupts into cheers and applause, raising their steins high into the air in celebration. As the first mugs of beer are poured and served, the sound of clinking glass fills the tent, accompanied by joyful laughter and toasts. The Bavarian band plays a lively polka tune, its melody weaving through the air, inviting everyone to join in the merriment. The gentle sway of the music, the soft glow of the lanterns hanging overhead, and the warm camaraderie of the crowd create a feeling of togetherness, a shared experience of joy and celebration. Outside the tents, the festival grounds come alive with activity. Families stroll through the colorful fairground attractions, children's laughter mingling with the distant music of the beer halls. Vendors offer sweet treats and savory snacks, their booths filled with gingerbread hearts, candied almonds, and steaming bratwursts. The gentle hum of the crowd, the rhythmic beat of the music, and the warm autumn sun create a sense of calm amidst the lively atmosphere. As the day unfolds, the energy of the opening ceremony lingers in the air, a reminder of the shared joy and tradition that Oktoberfest brings to Munich each year. The steady rhythm of the music, the clinking of steins, and the soft sounds of celebration guide you into a state of peaceful reflection as the spirit of Oktoberfest weaves its way into your dreams. As the day progresses, the heart of Oktoberfest beats steadily within the grand beer tents, each one a world of its own, filled with music, laughter, and the warmth of Bavarian hospitality. Inside the tents, the atmosphere is both lively and welcoming, where the sound of clinking steins and the hum of conversation create a sense of camaraderie that is felt by everyone who steps through the doors. Each tent at Oktoberfest has its own unique character, representing different breweries, traditions, and a sense of festivity that is as individual as it is collective. Some tents are grand and bustling, while others offer a more intimate family-style setting, but all share a common purpose: to celebrate together. Walking through the festival grounds, you catch glimpses of these colorful tents, their entrances adorned with wreaths, flags, and welcoming signs that invite you to step inside. Entering one of the larger tents, you are greeted by the warm golden glow of lanterns hanging overhead, casting a soft light over long wooden tables and benches. The air is filled with the scent of freshly poured beer, roasted meats and baking pretzels, creating an atmosphere of comfort and celebration. The sound of a traditional Bavarian band fills the space, their lively music a blend of brass, accordion, and drums that invites everyone to join in the merriment. The rhythm of the music is cheerful but gentle, its steady beat a reminder of the joy that Oktoberfest brings to all who gather here. The waiters and waitresses, dressed in traditional Bavarian attire, move gracefully through the crowded tables, balancing large trays filled with tall steins of beer. Their smiles are warm and inviting as they deliver the carefully brewed beers to eager guests. Each stein, filled to the brim with golden liquid, is a symbol of the craftsmanship and tradition that goes into every brew. The beer itself is crisp and refreshing, brewed according to centuries-old recipes, and each sip carries with it the rich history of Bavarian brewing. Sitting at one of the long tables, you find yourself surrounded by people from all walks of life, all drawn to Oktoberfest by a shared desire to celebrate. Strangers become friends over the course of the day, raising their steins in a collective toast and sharing stories of their travels and experiences. The clinking of steins fills the air, followed by the familiar cheer of Prost, a word that echoes through the tent, signifying both a toast and a wish for good health and happiness. The sound is repeated throughout the day, a rhythmic reminder of the joy that Oktoberfest brings to everyone who attends. The food served in the beer tents is as much a part of the celebration as the beer itself. Plates of hearty Bavarian fare are passed around the table. Succulent roast chicken, crispy pork knuckles, and plump sausages served with tangy sauerkraut. Large soft pretzels, their golden crusts sprinkled with coarse salt, are shared between friends. Their soft centers the perfect complement to the cold beer. Each bite is a taste of tradition, a reflection of the region's rich culinary heritage. As the afternoon turns into evening, the gentle hum of conversation and laughter continues, but the atmosphere remains calm and welcoming. The music takes on a softer tone, the band playing slower, more melodic tunes that seem to float through the air. The soft glow of the lanterns reflects off the polished wood of the tables, and the warmth of the beer and food creates a sense of contentment that settles over the crowd. Stepping outside the tent for a moment, You are greeted by the cool evening air and the twinkling lights of the festival grounds. The sky above is a deep blue, and the lights of the beer tents shine like beacons, inviting everyone to return to the warmth and celebration within. The soft sounds of the festival laughter, music, and the distant clinking of steins create a peaceful backdrop as you take a moment to reflect on the joy of the day. The heart of Oktoberfest beats within the beer tents, where tradition, hospitality, and the simple act of sharing a meal and a drink bring people together in a celebration of life. As the soft sounds of music and conversation continue, you feel a sense of peace and connection to the festival and its centuries-old traditions. Let the warmth and joy of Oktoberfest guide you into a state of restful sleep, dreaming of the lively and welcoming beer tents of Munich. As the first light of dawn softly illuminates the edges of Munich, the atmosphere around the Oktoberfest grounds begins to stir. Early risers, drawn by the day's promise, make their way to prime spots along the parade route. The Parade of Tradition, a showcase of Bavarian culture, prepares to unfold in all its splendor. The air carries a subtle chill, though it is quickly warmed by the palpable anticipation. Families, tourists, and locals alike gather in quiet excitement, their conversations hushed by the sense that they are about to witness something timeless. The sound of hooves against cobblestone begins to rise, almost like a slow heartbeat, as the parade approaches. First come the horses, powerful yet graceful, their sleek coats glistening in the soft morning sun. They pull richly decorated wagons, each a moving tribute to a different brewery or village. The wagons are adorned with garlands of flowers, cascading greenery and shining barrels that hint at the day's festivities. The scent of fresh hay mixes with the earthy aroma of the horses, grounding the crowd in the rustic, authentic charm of Bavaria. As the parade advances, the deep, reverberating sounds of brass bands fill the air. The music is steady and rhythmic, each note echoing off the ancient buildings of Munich's old town. The musicians, dressed in traditional Bavarian clothing, march with precision, their instruments gleaming under the early sun. The melodies they play evoke the spirit of the past, a nod to centuries of local customs and celebration. Their uniforms of crisp white shirts, leather suspenders, and feathered caps add to the pageantry of the moment. Behind the bands, rows of dancers take their place in the parade, moving in perfect sync. Their lively movements, intricate footwork, and twirling skirts breathe life into the traditional folk dances that have been passed down through generations. There is an unmistakable elegance in their motions, a reminder that even in festivity, there is respect for the history that binds them. The spectators sway gently, some clapping along to the music, caught up in the energy of the dance. Among the highlights are the costumed participants, each representing a different region or era of Bavarian history. Some wear elaborately detailed robes reminiscent of medieval nobility, while others don the simpler attire of village farmers. These figures seem to bridge the centuries, bringing the past to life with each step. The clang of beer steins and the cheer of the crowd accompany their procession, adding a layer of lightness to the otherwise reflective mood of the event. The smell of freshly baked pretzels soon wafts over the gathering, carried by the breeze from nearby stalls. The crisp, salty scent mingles with the sweetness of roasted almonds, offering a taste of the day's many culinary pleasures. For a moment, the senses become overwhelmed, the parade merging with the sounds, sights, and smells of the festival itself. It's a sensory tapestry that invites everyone to immerse themselves fully in the celebration of Bavarian tradition. Children's faces light up as they watch the giant beer barrels roll by, carried by smiling servers dressed in dirndls and lederhosen. The clatter of wooden wheels and the gentle slosh of beer inside the barrels add to the vibrant sounds of the parade. The children wave enthusiastically, their small hands eagerly trying to catch the attention of the riders on horseback, who respond with gracious nods and waves. For them, this is a memory that will forever be associated with the joy of Oktoberfest. As the parade winds down, the mood shifts from one of awe to one of quiet satisfaction. The crowds slowly disperse, the music fading into the distance, leaving behind a sense of shared experience and community. The day stretches ahead full of promise, yet the parade has already set a reflective, joyful tone. The festival grounds are now fully awake, waiting to welcome those who will explore its myriad corners, from beer gardens to bustling tents, all under the banner of celebration and tradition. Away from the bustling tents, another side of Oktoberfest reveals itself, one that reflects the craftsmanship and artisanal traditions deeply rooted in Bavarian culture. Along the festival's quieter avenues, a collection of stalls and booths offers a glimpse into the handwork and artistry that has long accompanied this annual celebration. Here, woodcarvers, glassblowers, and weavers proudly display their wares, each item reflecting the time-honored skills passed down through generations. The soft sound of a woodcarver's chisel tapping against the grain of oak blends with the hum of nearby conversations. Visitors pause to watch as rough blocks of wood are transformed into detailed figurines of traditional Bavarian figures, hunters, farmers, and musicians. The smoothness of the wood contrasts with the intricate details of the carvings, and many visitors can't resist running their fingers over the finely polished surfaces. The scent of fresh wood shavings hangs in the air, a reminder of the natural materials that shape so many of Bavaria's cultural traditions. Not far away, a glass blower's furnace glows with the heat of molten glass. The artist, steady and focused, draws glowing orbs from the fire and expertly shapes them into delicate forms, colorful ornaments, elegant vases, and intricate beer steins. A small crowd gathers, mesmerized by the fluidity of the glass, the way it seems to breathe under the craftsman's hands before solidifying into something both fragile and enduring. As the glass cools, the artist holds up the finished piece for admiration, the crowd offering a quiet round of applause. Moving further along, the sound of weaving looms can be heard, their rhythmic clatter almost soothing. Here, textiles are made in the old ways, using techniques that have been practiced in Bavaria for centuries. Hand-woven scarves, traditional cloth bags, and intricate tapestries are on display, each piece telling a story of time, patience, and dedication. The soft, earthy tones of the fabrics and the comforting textures draw visitors in, offering them a tangible connection to Bavarian history. In another corner of the festival, blacksmiths showcase their mastery of metal, hammering red-hot iron into tools and decorative pieces. The ringing sound of hammer on anvil cuts through the quiet murmur of the crowd, each strike purposeful and deliberate. Visitors stand transfixed as sparks fly, and the glowing metal is shaped into ornate railings, delicate jewelry, or sturdy tools. The blacksmith wipes his brow and smiles, offering a nod to those admiring his work. For those seeking a more interactive experience, some booths invite visitors to try their hand at traditional crafts. Children and adults alike gather around pottery wheels, attempting to mold soft clay into simple shapes under the guidance of a skilled potter. Nearby, others try their hand at painting small wooden toys or learning basic weaving techniques. The laughter and concentration blend into a peaceful background as people of all ages engage with the artistry of Bavaria's past. Throughout this corner of Oktoberfest, there is a quiet reverence for the time and effort that go into creating these handmade pieces. The festival may be known for its exuberant celebrations, but here in these pockets of craftsmanship, a more reflective side emerges. Visitors are reminded of the artistry that goes hand in hand with tradition, each piece not just an object, but a symbol of the heritage that continues to thrive. As the sun begins to lower in the sky, casting a warm glow over the stalls, the artisans slowly start to wind down their day. The energy in this part of the festival is calm, but it carries a certain sense of pride. A pride in the skills that have endured through generations and remain a vital part of Bavaria's cultural identity. While the festival carries on in its more boisterous corners, here the atmosphere remains tranquil, a peaceful haven for those who seek to understand the deeper traditions behind the celebration. As the day moves toward late afternoon, the atmosphere at Oktoberfest begins to hum with a different kind of excitement. Just beyond the festival tents and artisanal stalls, the lively sights and sounds of the carnival beckon. A blend of laughter, the distant whir of rides and cheerful music fills the air, drawing families, couples, and groups of friends toward the colorful heart of the fairgrounds. Here the energy is light and carefree, offering a playful contrast to the cultural depth explored earlier in the day. Towering above the scene, the Ferris wheel stands as a beacon of joy. Its gentle, rhythmic rotation offers visitors a bird's-eye view of the entire festival. From its highest point, the panorama of Munich and the sprawling grounds of Oktoberfest stretches out below, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. The soft murmur of the city in the distance feels almost dreamlike as riders relax into the slow, steady motion of the wheel. For a few precious moments, everything seems perfectly still, time suspended, the festival below a colorful blur of life and celebration. Below, the more daring visitors gather around thrilling rides that send them soaring, spinning and laughing into the autumn sky. The roller coasters, with their loops and turns, offer a brief escape into adrenaline-fueled excitement. Shouts of joy rise into the air, followed by the rush of wind as the cars fly by, their passengers grinning from ear to ear. The rides, though energetic, seem almost muted against the backdrop of a soft Bavarian twilight, their colors blending gently with the deepening blue of the sky. For those seeking simpler pleasures, the traditional carnival games provide ample opportunity for light-hearted fun. Stalls lined with colorful prizes, stuffed animals, oversized balloons and quirky souvenirs are surrounded by eager guests trying their luck. The sounds of soft thuds as rings are tossed and darts are thrown create a backdrop of gentle competition. Children's eyes widen in delight as they clutch newly won toys, their laughter contagious as they dart between games, eager to try their hand at the next challenge. The scent of carnival treats fills the air, carried on the breeze from the many food stalls that dot this lively corner of Oktoberfest. The rich aroma of freshly popped popcorn mingles with the sweet scent of cotton candy, while the enticing smell of candied apples brings a wave of nostalgia to those who pass by. Families pause at the food carts, indulging in these simple yet beloved treats, savoring the flavors of the fair. Nearby, an old-fashioned carousel spins slowly, its wooden horses painted in bright colors, gleaming under the soft glow of lanterns strung overhead. The carousel's gentle music plays on, a soothing melody that evokes memories of childhood and simpler times. Children and adults alike take turns on the ride, their faces illuminated by soft smiles as they rise and fall in time with the music. The carousel turns in an almost hypnotic rhythm, offering a moment of peaceful joy amidst the festival's livelier attractions. As dusk begins to settle, the lights of the carnival flicker to life, casting a warm glow over the entire area. Lanterns strung between stalls and rides begin to twinkle, their reflections dancing across the polished surfaces of the rides and games. The Ferris wheel, now illuminated in a soft, colorful light, becomes a shining beacon once again, its presence both grounding and magical. The entire carnival seems to shimmer in the evening light, like a fairy tale brought to life. With each passing hour, the carnival takes on a more serene tone. The laughter softens, the rides slow, and the fairgrounds become a place of quiet reflection, where families stroll hand in hand, savoring the final moments of the day. The music of the carousel fades into the background as the night deepens, a lullaby for those lingering in the calm glow of the lights. For many, this section of Oktoberfest provides the perfect balance to the day's earlier festivities, a place where the simple joys of a carnival ride or a shared laugh over a carnival game create memories just as lasting as the grand parades and celebrations. As the stars begin to twinkle overhead, the carnival continues, a small bright world of its own within the vastness of Oktoberfest. As evening settles over the Oktoberfest grounds, a different kind of celebration takes place in quieter corners, where the rich tradition of Bavarian music comes to life. Away from the energetic carnival rides and bustling tents, smaller stages and pavilions host intimate performances of traditional folk music. The soft glow of lanterns illuminates these gathering spots, where guests drawn by the promise of authentic Bavarian tunes find seats under the open sky or inside cozy beer gardens. Here the sounds of music weave a serene atmosphere, offering a reflective moment amidst the day's festivities. The music begins slowly, with the steady, comforting strum of zithers and guitars filling the evening air. A few soft notes rise from the alpine horns, their long curved shapes casting shadows in the golden light. The music is gentle, unfolding like a story being told through sound, each note evoking the timeless beauty of Bavaria's mountains and valleys. It's as if the melodies themselves carry the cool breeze from the nearby Alps, calming the crowd and inviting them to relax and savor the moment. The musicians, dressed in traditional attire, sit in a half circle on a small wooden stage. Their focus is palpable, but their expressions are warm and welcoming, as if each note is a gift they are eager to share. The audience listens attentively, some closing their eyes to fully immerse themselves in the experience. The melodies move effortlessly between upbeat folk songs, perfect for toe-tapping, and slower, more introspective pieces, creating a peaceful ebb and flow. The soothing rhythm of the accordion, played with a gentle touch, harmonizes beautifully with the lilting tunes of the flutes. As the evening deepens, a few dancers take to the open space in front of the musicians, their movements light and graceful. They perform traditional Bavarian dances, their steps perfectly timed with the music. There's a sense of timelessness in their motions, as though they are dancing not just for the crowd, but for all those who have danced in celebration of their heritage over the centuries. The dancers' twirls and spins are slow and deliberate, matching the serene mood of the evening, and their soft footfalls blend seamlessly with the music. The crowd begins to sway gently, some even rising from their seats to join in the dance. There is no rush, no urgency, just the natural rhythm of the night guiding them. Laughter floats through the air as friends link arms and move to the beat, their steps unhurried, their faces illuminated by the warm lantern light. The scene feels timeless, as if this moment could have taken place 100 years ago or yesterday, a testament to the enduring power of tradition. In one corner of the beer garden, an elderly couple stands hand in hand, their eyes bright with memories as they watch the younger generations continue the customs they once practiced. For them, the music is a bridge to the past, each melody a reminder of festivals long gone, of dances shared and laughter remembered. As they stand quietly, their hands intertwined, it's clear that the music has woven them into the very fabric of the festival itself. As the night progresses, the music shifts to slower, more contemplative tunes. The musicians seem to play for the stars now, their notes rising into the dark sky, soft and steady. The festival grounds beyond feel distant, as though this small musical gathering has become its own world, separate from the rest of Oktoberfest. The gentle rise and fall of the alpine horns, the delicate plucking of the zithers, and the soft hum of the accordion come together in a melody that is as soothing as it is moving. The music reaches its final notes, just as the stars begin to twinkle more brightly overhead. The crowd applauds softly, reluctant to let the moment end. The musicians smile and offer a bow before stepping off the stage, their instruments cradled carefully in their hands. The dancers too take their leave, slipping back into the crowd with graceful waves. The night feels complete, as though this small musical interlude has provided the perfect balance to the day's vibrant celebrations. As the guests begin to disperse, they carry the music with them, its gentle echoes lingering in their minds. The sound of Bavarian folk songs will remain a quiet companion as they drift through the rest of the evening, a reminder of the deep heritage that shapes Oktoberfest. With hearts lighter and spirits calmed, they walk back into the festival, the warmth of the music still resonating softly in their steps. As night deepens over the fairgrounds, a quiet sense of reflection settles in. Beneath the jubilant celebrations, Oktoberfest is steeped in centuries of tradition, its roots tracing back to a single event that set the stage for one of the world's most iconic festivals. It was in October of 1810 that Crown Prince Ludwig, later to become King Ludwig I of Bavaria, married Princess Therese of Saxony-Hildburghausen. To celebrate the royal union, the citizens of Munich were invited to a grand public event, held in the open fields just outside the city gates. Those fields, later named Theresienwiese, in honor of the new princess, remain the heart of Oktoberfest to this day. That original celebration was not the beer-filled revelry that Oktoberfest has become known for, but rather a horse race that enthralled the crowds. The royal family's desire to create a public festival, open to all, planted the seed for what would grow into an enduring tradition. Over the following years, the horse races continued, and more elements were added to the celebration, slowly transforming it into a beloved annual event. By 1818, small beer stands began to appear, serving local brews to the festival goers, and from there the emphasis on Bavarian beer and food became a central feature. The decision to move Oktoberfest from October to September came much later, driven by the desire to take advantage of the warmer late summer weather. Even so, the festival retained its name, a tribute to its original time of year. Now each year, the festival opens in late September and runs into the first weekend of October, still aligning with the historical origins that shaped its beginning. The transformation of the festival from its humble origins to the world-renowned celebration it is today has taken place gradually, yet it has always maintained a close connection to the traditions of Bavaria. One such tradition is the ceremonial tapping of the first beer keg, a ritual that officially opens Oktoberfest. Known as the Ozaftes, meaning it is tapped, this act is performed by the mayor of Munich, who taps the keg and declares the festival open. It is a moment of great anticipation, with thousands of attendees gathering to witness the official start of the celebrations. The mayor's proclamation is met with cheers, signaling the beginning of weeks filled with music, dancing, and of course beer. It is a tradition that serves as both a symbolic and literal pouring forth of Bavarian hospitality. Bavaria itself, with its deep cultural identity, is at the heart of Oktoberfest. The region's history of brewing dates back over 1,000 years, with monasteries and abbeys leading the way in the art of beer making. Bavarian purity laws, known as the Reinheitsgebot, were established in 1516 and dictated that beer could only be brewed using water, barley, and hops. These laws were not only about protecting the quality of the beer, but also about ensuring fair pricing and protecting the local economy. Today, only 6 Munich breweries are permitted to serve beer at Oktoberfest, each adhering to these time-honored brewing standards. Another tradition that connects Oktoberfest to Bavaria's history is the Trachten, or traditional Bavarian clothing, worn by many festival goers. Men proudly don lederhosen, while women wear dirndls, both of which have roots in Bavarian rural life. Lederhosen were originally worn by farmers and workers because of their durability, while the dirndl was the everyday dress of peasant women. Today, these outfits are worn not just as a nod to the past, but as a symbol of pride in Bavarian heritage. As visitors from around the world join in the festivities, many embrace these traditional clothes, adding a vibrant and authentic feel to the celebration. Oktoberfest is also a celebration of Bavarian food, with many of the dishes served at the festival deeply connected to the region's agricultural and culinary history. Traditional favorites like Weisswurst, white sausage, Schweinshaxe, roasted pork knuckle, and Brezen, pretzels, can be found at every turn. Each dish tells a story of Bavarian life, rooted in hearty, simple ingredients meant to sustain workers through long, hard days. The meals, like the beer, are an essential part of the festival, offering nourishment and a shared experience that binds everyone together. Bavarian music, too, plays a role in connecting Oktoberfest to its roots. The Oompa bands, with their lively brass instruments, continue the musical traditions that have been part of Bavarian festivals for centuries. The songs played today at Oktoberfest often include both modern hits and traditional tunes, many of which have been passed down through generations. The music, much like the festival itself, blends the old with the new, creating an atmosphere where everyone can find joy and connection, regardless of their background. As visitors stroll through the fairgrounds, it's easy to get caught up in the fun and excitement, but there's always an underlying sense of history at Oktoberfest. The festival is a living reminder of Bavaria's past, with its royal heritage, its cultural traditions, and its deep love for community celebration. Each year, Oktoberfest honors this history, blending it with the present in a way that keeps it alive for future generations. As the festivities of Oktoberfest continue, some visitors may feel the desire to step away from the bustling fairgrounds and explore the serene beauty that lies just beyond Munich. Bavaria is a region rich in history, culture, and natural beauty, offering countless opportunities for peaceful day trips. The city's excellent transportation system makes it easy to venture into the surrounding countryside, where quiet villages, majestic castles, and pristine lakes await, each providing a tranquil respite from the lively energy of the festival. One of the most enchanting day trips from Munich is a visit to Neuschwanstein Castle, perched high in the Bavarian Alps. This fairy tale castle, with its soaring towers and breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains, is an iconic symbol of Bavaria. Built by King Ludwig II in the 19th century, the castle is often shrouded in mist, giving it an ethereal quality. Visitors can wander through its grand halls, admiring the intricate details of the murals and furnishings that reflect the king's romantic vision of medieval times. Outside, the gentle sound of mountain streams and the soft rustling of leaves create an atmosphere of peaceful solitude, making it easy to forget the world beyond. Closer to Munich, the charming town of Dachau offers a more reflective experience. A short train ride away, Dachau is known for its somber history, being home to one of the first concentration camps established during World War II. Today, the Dachau Memorial serves as a place of remembrance and education, inviting visitors to quietly walk through the grounds and reflect on the past. The memorial's tranquil setting, with its leafy paths and quiet courtyards, encourages a sense of contemplation and reverence, providing a stark yet important contrast to the festive atmosphere of Oktoberfest. For those seeking a more nature-filled escape, Lake Starnberg offers a serene retreat just south of Munich. The calm, crystal-clear waters of the lake stretch out beneath a backdrop of distant Alps, their snow-capped peaks shimmering in the distance. Visitors can take a leisurely boat ride across the lake, or simply sit on the shore and breathe in the fresh alpine air. The lakeside villages such as Tutzing and Starnberg offer quaint cafes and peaceful promenades, perfect for a quiet afternoon of reflection and relaxation. Another popular destination for a day trip from Munich is the Andechs Monastery. Nestled in the rolling hills above the shores of Lake Ammersee, this Benedictine monastery is not only known for its spiritual significance, but also for its world-renowned brewery, where monks have been brewing beer for centuries. Visitors can enjoy a peaceful walk through the monastery's gardens, with their fragrant herbs and flowers, before stopping in the beer garden for a quiet meal and a taste of the monastery's famous brews. The tranquil surroundings, combined with the gentle clink of beer steins and the warm Bavarian hospitality, make Andechs a perfect spot for unwinding and reflecting. For those who wish to immerse themselves in Bavaria's cultural history, the town of Regensburg is an ideal destination. Located to the north of Munich, Regensburg is one of Germany's best preserved medieval cities, with its cobbled streets and Gothic architecture offering a step back in time. The town's historic bridges, towering cathedrals, and picturesque squares invite visitors to wander at their own pace, taking in the quiet beauty of a city that has stood the test of time. The slow-moving waters of the Danube River wind through the town, offering a peaceful backdrop to an afternoon of exploration. Finally, a visit to the Zugspitze, Germany's highest peak, provides an awe-inspiring escape into nature. A short train ride from Munich brings travelers to the base of the mountain, where a cable car whisks them to the summit. From the top, visitors are greeted with sweeping views of 4 countries: Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Italy. The stillness of the mountain air and the vastness of the panorama create a sense of profound calm, making it a perfect place to reflect on the majesty of nature. The mountain's snow-covered slopes, even in late summer, add to the tranquil beauty of this extraordinary destination. Each of these day trips offers a peaceful counterpoint to the vibrant energy of Oktoberfest, allowing visitors to reconnect with Bavaria's natural and cultural heritage. Whether wandering through the halls of a castle, sitting by a tranquil lake, or walking through historic towns, these journeys provide moments of quiet reflection and connection to the timeless beauty of the region. As the day draws to a close, visitors return to Munich, their spirits rejuvenated by the calming influence of these serene landscapes. As the last day of Oktoberfest draws to a close, the fairgrounds take on a quieter, more reflective tone. The lively crowds of the past days have begun to dwindle, leaving behind a sense of calm that sweeps gently across Theresienwiese. The soft glow of the festival lights continues to illuminate the pathways, but the clinking of steins and the sounds of oompa bands have faded, replaced by the gentle hum of conversation and the occasional echo of distant laughter. The grand tents, once filled with jubilant revelers, now stand in serene reverence, their colorful banners swaying gently in the evening breeze. Inside, a few remaining guests sit at long wooden tables, their voices low and their steins half full, as they share one last toast to the festival that has brought them together. The energy has shifted. What was once a jubilant celebration has now become a moment of quiet reflection, as visitors savor the final hours of this iconic event. Wandering through the quieter corners of the fairgrounds, visitors are reminded of the traditions that have shaped Oktoberfest for more than 2 centuries. The timeless rituals, the laughter shared between friends, the meals enjoyed together, they all reflect a sense of community and connection that extends far beyond the boundaries of the festival. It is here, in these quieter moments, that the true spirit of Oktoberfest reveals itself, not just in the grand celebrations, but in the small, intimate moments of shared joy and togetherness. As the night deepens, the soft notes of a final brass band play on one of the smaller stages, the music drifting through the still air like a lullaby for the city. The lights of the Ferris wheel continue to twinkle in the distance, casting colorful reflections on the surrounding buildings. The wheel, once filled with the joyful sounds of families and friends, now rotates slowly and steadily, offering a peaceful last glimpse of the city before the festival winds down. At the heart of Munich, the city itself seems to echo the festival's gentle farewell. The cobblestone streets of the old town are quiet, bathed in the warm glow of street lamps. The majestic towers of the Frauenkirche and the grandeur of Marienplatz stand tall under the night sky, as if they too are taking a moment to reflect on the days gone by. Munich, like the festival, has returned to its calm rhythm, welcoming the peaceful embrace of autumn. For those who have made Oktoberfest a part of their yearly tradition, the final night is bittersweet. It is a time to say farewell, but also a time to look forward to the future, when the festival will return once again. As they leave the fairgrounds, guests take with them the memories of laughter, music, and shared moments that will linger long after the tents have been packed away and the lights have dimmed. The legacy of Oktoberfest is not confined to the fairgrounds. It lives on in the hearts of those who have experienced it, carried home in the stories they will tell, the friendships they have forged, and the warmth of Bavarian hospitality they will remember. Whether it's the taste of a perfectly baked pretzel, the sound of a folk song played under a starry sky, or the sight of the grand procession winding through the streets, these moments will continue to resonate long after the festival has ended. And so, as the festival's final moments unfold, there is a deep sense of gratitude for the time spent together. The gentle hum of the city becomes the soundtrack to these last few hours, a reminder that Oktoberfest is more than just a celebration. It is a reflection of the rich culture, history, and traditions that make Bavaria so unique. As the clock strikes midnight and the lights begin to fade, the city of Munich quietly bids farewell to another year of Oktoberfest, its heart still beating with the echoes of joy, laughter, and community. With one last look over the fairgrounds, the soft glow of lanterns still flickering in the distance, visitors make their way home. Their hearts are full, their spirits light, and they know that while Oktoberfest has come to an end for now, its spirit will live on, a bright thread woven into the tapestry of time until it returns once again next year. We hope you enjoyed today's serene journey and found peace in our gentle narration. Do join us next time as we make a relaxing visit to another of the world's most iconic places. Sweet dreams and safe travels until we meet again.